Welcome back to Big Brisk TV. On this episode, I'm gonna continue working on my 110 scale Red Cat Racing Lightning EPX drift car from 8 years ago. In the last video, I purposely put a lot of parts of the video on a higher speed. I did it 2x speed so that you could go through the video. I initially thought that, hey, I'll just, speed up that part and maybe do a voiceover. But when I played it back, I realized that you could kind of still make out what I'm saying. And I wanted you to have the option to slow it down to whichever speed that you wanted to. For instance, 0.75 when you go to your settings is a decent speed. You can still hear me talk. I sound a little bit smurfy, but you can still hear me talk, and you can see detailed explanations on what I'm doing, whether I'm cutting the body or when I painted it and stuff like that. So hope you guys weren't a little perturbed by the way that it was a little experiment, I guess. But in this video, I'm going to continue that. Over here, I have a bunch of stuff that just came in. I just went down and got it. While I was waiting, I did a few things. I cleaned up the chassis a little bit here. I just got a detailing brush. I was looking for that detailing brush for my actual car, and it was here in my hobby kit. So, in my trusty box of parts, which I have reduced significantly. I added in those battery holder posts here, which I salvaged from the other body that I had. I also, what else did I do? Well, I just cleaned it up a bit. I moved these body post mounts back a bit. I have some magnetic body post mounts. I believe that's in this package, which I'm about to open in a second. And I also, on the body, I trimmed up the body a little bit better. It was a little rough around this area, if you remember. And I removed the stickers. I trimmed this out, even though I didn't have my hobby kit set. This thing, which I might even end up sending back because I just used a blade, this razor from a scraper. And I was wondering why it was sticking to this package, but it's the magnetic body post mount. So what I did was I just went in here and trimmed around because that film was bubbling up so that you could see, more clearly through the side windows. If you see any smudges or anything like that, it's due to my fingerprints. And I also drilled the body for the I don't know, did I do that right? I drilled the body for the wing. And if you remember on the last episode, I ran out of paint. So what I did was, in true Big Brisk fashion, it's masked off with with clear Scotch tape. I do have some painter's tape, but it's too far away. I can't get to it. But I left on the gurney flap here. Out of the 6 or 7 times that I bought this body kit, I never realized that there was a gurney flap on there. So this time I was careful enough to look for it and trim it out. And then I painted it black, like a true gurney flap. And I used this stuff I had laying around. It's Rust-Oleum 2X. It says it does wood, metal, plastic, and more. So it's holding on there really well. It made a nice coverage. I'm going to paint this from the underside. So I wanted to be able to show black through the back as well as the front. And the way I did this, the film, the protective film that was on here, I just left it on. I scored this off and I just held it up and just sprayed it in real quick. So that'll go on in a little bit. So today, what I would like to do is just go through these parts that I got, and especially that light kit. Get these light buckets trimmed up and installed, hopefully, and get this thing looking like something. I also got some rims here, looking like the BBS basket weave wheels. I got some drift wheels, which I'll take out in a second. I got this mini needle file set, which I thought I would need to get into the holes of the light buckets. I may still need that. I got a glue gun to tidy everything up and hold it down. And then I already said this, the precision knife set. And here, I think it's the soft rubber for these rims. The light kit, the mount kit, and here's the lights, which I want to get into that right now. But first, I got this craft mat, this hobby mat. It said like sewing mat, whatever. I see these on some channels and they look huge. Maybe I just ordered a small one, but this thing is not big at all. I mean, look, it fits. I guess, if I got to do any trimming or anything with the car, I could use it, but this thing, I don't know. So, and I just remember what I was going to get. I was going to go and grab my trusty car mount to sit the car up on so that when I check out these lights, the wheels are going to want to spin and everything. So I'll just sit that up there like that. So I'll put this stuff off to the side. I'll get this cleaned up a bit and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing I want to get into is this light set. See, it says Ghoul RC highlight 12 ... for RC cars new. So let's get in there and see. I could probably use my razor blade, but why? Like I said in the other video, come on, Briss, be a man. And this is what it looks like. Okay, it's my first time seeing it. I like bringing you guys along with me when I'm opening up this stuff. I was gonna actually rip open the boxes, but I said, let me just go through everything. So let me get this open. And let me get these. Staples out and put them somewhere where I'm not gonna step on them later, or nobody in my family will step on them. That'll be pretty nasty, having a metal splinter in your foot. Come on, Briss, you can do this. Okay, I broke a little piece off there, but it should not take this long. Okay, let's get this open up. Here's the light set. So I'm gonna get this open all out and plugged in and just see how it works. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got this thing all opened up and it looks like with this ball of spaghetti, the light strands come out individually and they have individual bulbs and connectors. So I think that's gonna work out. This particular thing though, I think this is the disco light switch. So you could, we're gonna see how that happens. And then I guess this is the connector. This thing came with exactly no instructions. I mean, it says setup and it has some things. You can see that whatever it says there, but it doesn't say where to plug what in. There was a diagram on the Amazon page. So I'm gonna have to, I'm filming with my phone, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to see that. So I'm gonna look at that and I'll be right back. Let me just shut off the AC so you can hear me. I just went through this light kit and I have everything hooked up, and what I realized is it said flashing light. So I assumed that this one had I looked at so many of them. I assumed that this one had, the brake lights that actuate when you press the brake and the turn signals when you turn, like a real car. And this doesn't do that. I mean, this is a nice light set kit. I think the reason why I went with it because it has these holders. So I figure it would be much easier to install. But I have another one on order that's coming straight from China that I ordered before this one. And that one does those functions. I just double checked. So let me just, wow. Oh, this is a 3mm. So I need a 5mm. So let's grab one of those. They are nicely labeled. It's 5mm and then tells you the color. It's white. So, and they do fit in these buckets pretty nicely. So I'm just gonna turn one on just for kicks and show you how it works. And these are directional the way they plug in, but they just stay on. And then there's the disco switch. You know, when you hit that, you know, that's the flashing, but then they stay on. So you get, I counted, I think 6 white lights, 2 red, 3 millimeters. And so that'll be like that. I'm not showing that right. That'll be like that. So, like the ellipsoid light. That's not showing well. But anyway, I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff and move on to some other things. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with that, but not so much. I mean, that was my fault. And I do have the other kit coming. It'll be another couple of days. And I have some side view mirrors coming and a couple other things. So, you know, but let's get on to these body post mounts and see if we're going to continue being disappointed here. So they come in a bundle like this. Magnets, of course, and you just pull them apart. Each one is like that. And from what I understand, you just put it on the body post and put the body pin, the post pin, through the hole here. And then with the hex nut, you could adjust the angle. So let's try to get that done now. Let's try one out. I'm gonna go for the front. And let's see. That one. Let me take this off. This is all discovery for me. Okay. It looks like this screws in to here. So let me figure that out and I'll be right back. In my trusty bag of box of tools, I should have a hex set. So check that out. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what size hex set this is, but let's just see if we can find the right size. I think I have a, let's see if this one works. I think this is a star bit, but let's just see if that works. It does not. Okay. Now let's try in the side here. Just, okay, it does not. All right. So I'm going to have to look. Let's see if this one was in my set and it works. Okay. So I have it backwards like that to remind me which one it was, which size it was. So let's go for that one. Let's see if we can get this, this top part loosened up. Yeah, it loosens up right away. And I'm gonna see if I can get these on and I'll come right back. You know, I just realized it'd probably be better for me to just do it and then show you what I did afterwards. So I'm gonna go get to that right now. Okay guys, so one thing that I feared was that these wheels was not gonna fit. These are super deep dish. I like the basket weave and the chrome, you know. These are really nice tires, but they poke out a little bit too much from the body. And so this is the second set of wheels that I got, the drift wheels. As you can see, they're that hard plastic. I guess, I mean, it kind of feels rubbery, but I think they're plastic. But for now, those fit. And then of course I have these. And then I have the wheels that's on this thing. Let me see if I can get those wheels. And I got a bunch of other wheels. I got some chrome wheels, but they're all beat up. But oh, also I got the mounts on. I figured out that when I sat them up here, they were kind of wobbly. When you do this, see, they kind of wobble. And then I figured out that if you just click the pin down like that, they'll get tight, but then that'll change the angle. But then you have the adjustment here from the hex bolt. See if you can see that, Mr. Planter's peanut in the background. So you could adjust that, and I'm gonna keep playing around with it before I finally mount these magnets on to the body for good. But I'm gonna use these wheels to get the position straight. You know, I got the height pretty much set up where it needed to be. You know, it's sitting, it could be sitting a little bit lower, but there's not too much adjustment with those body mounts. So a couple of millimeters between adjustments, and you have to actually cut off the top of the mount towers. So I'm gonna get back at it and see if I could get this thing done. Oh yeah, and this light kit, I'm gonna see about just maybe temporarily installing it just to get some light in here. But I'll get back to that and let you know how it goes. Okay guys, I'm back. One thing I didn't take into consideration when ordering these wheels was the offset. I should have known, I'm a car guy and not just an RC car guy, but this is a 6mm offset. And these basket weaves, I should have been able to tell by the deep dish, the deepness of the dish I'm looking for. These are 9mm offset. And so these white donor wheels, they fit great in the back in true BMW fashion. They kind of stick in on the sides, but in the fronts, they sit right there. So I'm gonna use these to mount the body mounts. This one has a little bit of a deeper offset, but it's not labeled in there. So I'm gonna have to measure it, but I thought maybe it was the tire, how these tires are more rounded. These are kind of worn, and these tires are new and more squared off at the edges. They kind of like, this would be like a 245 on an 8-inch rim in real life, the way it hangs over right here. And then sometimes how we like to stretch the tires onto a rim in real life. You know, this would be like a 235. So a 235, maybe 30 aspect ratio on the sidewall. So I'm gonna just, I have all this mess over here, but I'm gonna just try to get these bodies post mounted. And I'm gonna use these tires. I thought to myself, and I thought I'd just mention it on this video to myself, make sure you have 4 matching wheels on before you go try to mount the body so that it could line up correctly, because you know, you want to get it. Once I get those body posts mounted, then I could worry about the wheels and tires later. But I thought I'd just drop that in. So I'll see you guys in a few. So it's been a while. I realized that glue gun, it didn't come with any glue sticks. I have this habit of going on Amazon, looking at a product, looking at the reviews, and you know, putting it in my cart, and then they'll something else will pop up that's similar for a little bit cheaper, and I'll be like, oh, I like that color, I like that style, and so I'll swap it out. And not only to realize when it gets here that it's missing something like the glue sticks. That's probably why the price was cheaper. But anyway, I returned both sets of those wheels, the tires, the craft mat, both tool sets, pretty much everything. The only thing I kept was the body mounts, the light kit. I have another light kit coming in a couple of days. I have the other can of paint coming tomorrow. I have another set of wheels. I ordered the same wheels but a different offset. That other set was 9mm, and the set that I ordered and to replace it is 6mm. So hopefully that'll work out a little better. If not, I don't know. And I also found a set of some aluminum wheels that look really great. They're like replica BBS CH wheels. So I'm really, I'm gonna look into those. Checking the offset. They're a little more expensive, but anyway, as you can see here, I have the car with a weight on top of it. That's a 3-pound weight, and it's sitting slammed. Really nice. Those wheels are tucked. I wish I could keep it that way and actually drive it, but I have to airbag it. It looks like it's on bags right now. But anyway, I got those mounts in. The rear ones are kind of poking out a little bit. You can see maybe there. But I used Gorilla Glue to glue them. I was hoping that it wouldn't have a reaction with the paint, but so far so good. So I checked it. The two on the passenger side, front and back, stayed. The ones on the driver's side came loose, so I reapplied the Gorilla Glue, and I'm just letting it set up. The first time, it says you're supposed to wait 2 hours and then cures fully in 24 hours, but you know me, I'm impatient, so I checked it in an hour, and that's what happened. So it's chilling here. I'm chilling, taking a break, watching the boys, the Goon Squad. You're gonna you probably could have figured that out by that music that I put in. But anyway, that's gonna be a wrap for this episode. Next episode, hopefully, I'll get that wing painted and installed. I'll get some new wheels, even though I'm kind of digging these white wheels. But I wanted something more BMW-esque, something that looks like it would have came on the E30 M3. So stay tuned for that. I have the side mirrors with the lights that blink, so hopefully I'll get the light kit installed. I'll get those mirrors installed. I'll get the wing painted and installed, and I'll have some new wheels and maybe a secondary set of wheels for some drift action, sliding around. I'm gonna try to figure out some locations to go to so that I could get my slide on. But thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't seen the first episode, please check it out. Remember, set your speed to 0.75 in the settings on YouTube to hear me speak. I'm talking a little bit faster on the sections that I speed up 2x. But if you're just watching to see how I'm getting it on, you could just leave it at what is normal speed, which is 2x. So thanks again, Big Brisk TV. See you very soon on the next one. Stay well, everybody, and I'm out.